So when you use a piece of patty paper and you trace the triangle and then you drag it over and you put the angles on top of the angles from the other triangle, what did you notice?
They were equal.
Did they overlap perfectly? Yeah. Were they the same exact angle? So even though we had stretched out our triangle and our triangle was much bigger, did the angles stay intact? Yes. So Catherine, what did you put on 2A right here? What word did you put there? Same, okay. Alea, what word did you put there? Didn't put a word. Ashley, what word did you put there? Congruent. And then I heard one more word. What was another word someone put? Equal. So same, equal, congruent. Those are all correct. I would have used the word congruent. Good job, Ashley. It's the word I would have used. But if you put same or equal, that's fine too, because that's the same concept. All right, so then you use the side links and you filled out the table. And the biggest part, the only part that I really cared about was, if my pen would work, this part right here, the reduced fraction. So you divide them out and you do math, enter. Oh, there, it showed up like a minute later. And Dimitri, what did you notice about everything in this whole column? Dimitri, what'd you get? What are they? What was the first one? 0.6. Okay, but that's not a fraction. Math, enter. Megan, what'd you get? 2/3? Or did y'all get 3/2?
3/2.
3/2, second over AB over DE. Let's see. Well, but it says AB divided by DE, so isn't it 2/3? AB is 3, and DE is 4/5, so that's correct. Good job, Megan. 2/3. Does this say scale factor? Kendall, does that say scale factor, that column? It doesn't say scale factor. It just is asking for this ratio. So 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. What about their perimeter? Was it still 2/3 or did it change? Did it reduce to 2/3?
Yeah.
You don't know? Okay, Torian, what was the perimeter of ABC? What's the perimeter of ABC? What? 9. What's the perimeter of DEF? Okay, so go to your calculator and do 9 divided by 13.5. Math, enter. 2/3. All right. So what is the moral of the story?
It's congruent.
Okay. What's congruent?
Triangles.
The triangles are definitely not congruent. If that's what you walk away from, then I am a horrible teacher. The triangles are not congruent. The angles are congruent. What's true about the sides? The ratios are congruent. The sides are not congruent. They are, I started off for you, look. They are, what word is this? What word is it?
I know the word, but it's not coming out right now.
It's on the board somewhere.
Oh, proportion.
Proportional. The sides are proportional. That's how you spell it. Tional. Ooh, that's interesting. What is true about the measures of the corresponding sides? They are proportional. Now, the triangles are similar. I know you were trying to say similar. The triangles are similar, but the sides are proportional. Julius, put your head up. The ratio of the sides and perimeters are 2/3, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. What is that?
2/3.
Okay, what is 2/3 compared to 2/3? What word? Equal. Yeah. So the ratios are equal. The sides are proportional, and the ratios of the sides are equal. This is really, really giving me trouble. Okay, I wrote equal. Let's just pretend. All right. So go ahead and flip over to the back. Yep, there's the back. So remember yesterday I said if you walk away with nothing else, I would like you to walk away with second over first. Today, I have 2 things I want you to walk away with, and they're in these 2 boxes, okay? So from what we just did, Julius, corresponding angles are, if the figures are similar, the corresponding angles are congruent. That is one thing that I want you to walk away with today. Corresponding angles are congruent. End of story. They equal. Never change them. Don't multiply an angle by the scale factor. Nope, because it doesn't change. And the other thing that I wanted you to walk away with, Lewis M., is that corresponding sides are proportional. Very good. You're going to get good at spelling this word. Proportional. Proportional. Those two things. That was our goal. That was what we were learning today. Angles equal, sides are proportional. Okay. We need to do a little bit of background now, and this is going to come, oh, sorry, last one. The ratios of sides and perimeters. Do y'all have this one?
No.
Cool, let's skip it. Oh, there we go. That's what you had on yours. We'll do that in a second. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. There. Jordan, I'll give you that in a second. All right, so if the corresponding angles are equal, what angle does the angle A equal?
D.
Measure of angle A equals the measure of angle D. Do you remember that from when we did congruent triangles? The order, the similarity statement never lies. So if A is listed first, it goes with D. If C is listed last, it goes with F. What about the corresponding sides? They're proportional, so they're not equal. So I could say AB is to DE as BC is to, and what would I grab?
EF.
Yeah, done. So they aren't equal, but their ratios are equal. Okay. What is a ratio? What's a ratio? Write it down. It's up here. A ratio. It's really just a division. It's a quotient. Do you remember that fancy word, quotient? The quotient. Oh, sorry. The ratio of A to B is the quotient obtained by dividing A by B, where B does not equal 0. Raise your hand to tell me why B cannot equal 0.
What?
Raise your hand to tell me why B cannot equal 0. Torin.
It's less than
No, 0 is not, well, it is less than 1, but 0 is neither positive nor negative.
Divide.
Why not?
Because one's number and one's letter.
No, it's not the reason. Yes? Okay, did you hear Kendall say it? Yeah. Okay. Because you are not allowed in math, do you remember this? You're not allowed to divide by 0. It's illegal in math to divide by 0. Illegal. So, since we're not allowed to divide by 0, since we're dividing by B, B cannot be 0. It's not a big deal, but it's the technical definition. All right, 3 ways we can write a ratio. How can you write a ratio? One way. Give me one way. With the dots. Done. It's one of your ways. Colon. Write it down. That's one of your 3 ways. See, 1, 2, 3. One of the 3 ways is x colon y. X to y. How else can we write a ratio? Fraction. That's this one. X over y. There's one more way we can write a ratio. It's with a word in between. I've already said it. What's that word that goes in between?
Open to some.
2. X to y. Not x and y, but x to y. We're comparing. It's a comparison. X compared to y. Alrighty. We already know this, right? If we're going to simplify, we don't have to do it by hand. I'm not going to make you do it by hand. I'm going to let you go to your calculator and push math enter to turn it into a more simple fraction. So go ahead and simplify those 3 ratios. Just go to your calculator. Lewis C., go write your answer to A on the board. Brett, go write your answer to B. And Naja, go write your answer to C. And make new cards for our newbies.
You said C?
Yes, please, Naja.
Beautiful.
All right, very good. The first one I might put 4:1, but if you just put 4, it's okay. But since it is a ratio, we are comparing something, so I would maybe finish this off with a :1. But I know when you put that in your calculator, it gives you 4. It doesn't give you 4 over 1 because the 1's understood. All right, we got that down pat. Let's move on. Oh, here's a cute video. Let's see. Here it is. It's about ratios. Ready? Is it playing? Oh. I don't know how to play it.
What are you going to order?
I don't know. The fish looks good.
I don't like fish. I was fishing off the coast of Alaska when Dog jumped in the water. He was all wet. It reminded me of the song about a man whose dog dies and his truck stops working. And there was something about a train. Even though my dog didn't die and I don't have a truck because I was on a boat, but it made me really sad. So once I listened to it backwards to see if the truck would start working, the dog didn't die, but it just sounded weird and I was still sad. Do you ever listen to country music backwards?
What are you even talking about?
Fish. I'm talking about fish because it reminds me of when my dog died, like that movie that had that guy in it from the other movie that was hilarious, remember? It was about space and there was the woman with the blue hair. I laughed so hard milk came out of my nose.
My phone is ringing.
I don't hear a phone.
No, really, I have to take this. That entire time, I spoke 25 words to his 175. That means for every one word I spoke, he spoke 7 words. He spoke 7 times as much as I did. 7 times. It was like me, talk, him, talk, 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 talk. Me, talk, him, talk, 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 talk. So, do you like fish?
Don't like fish.
I asked the last guy I dated about fish, and he rambled on about trucks all night. Have you ever dated someone who talks too much?
You can't trust fish.
My phone is ringing. That entire time, I spoke 36 words to his 6. For every 6 words I spoke, he only spoke 1 word. I spoke 6 times as much as he did. 6 times. It was like me. Talk, 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 talk. Him. Talk. All I want is a guy that can talk with me on a 1-to-1 ratio. So, do you like fish?
I don't like fish. My roommate does though. Do you like fish?
I do like fish. Gosh, I've been on some bad dates lately.
Funny. My roommate says the same thing.
Do your dates talk about fish?
Not really. Do yours?
One date talked about fish, had a truck, and listened to country music backwards.
My roommate talks about fish, has a truck, and listens to country music backwards.
I think I dated your roommate. Have you noticed we talk about the same amount? A 1-to-1 ratio.
Indeed, we do talk about the same amount. A 1-to-1 ratio. Fred,
Get it? It was 57 to 56, so he had to say one more word to make it perfect. So he said bread. Okay, anyways, was that cute? Okay, so we are just revisiting. We are revisiting what you learned last year in algebra by going over ratios. Okay, you know this part. This is good. To solve for an unknown in a proportion. To solve for an unknown in a proportion, you will cross multiply. Is that on your sheet? No, good. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to it because we've already cross multiplied before in this class. That's nothing new. Let's do A. Cross multiply. Can you even cross multiply and divide? It's even quicker. But we would do 4 times 6 divided by 3. 4 times 6 divided by 3. If you want to write it out, you're technically doing 4 times 6 equals 3 times x. And then you divide both sides by 3. Who's up? Ava, what'd you get? Okay, 4 times 6. Okay, divide by 3. Yeah! You did know. X is 8. Try the next one. 8 times 18 divided by 6. Austin, what'd you get?
144.
Alrighty. Thank you. No?
Just kidding, 24.
Just kidding?
24.
24?
Yeah, Yeah.
That's way too big. Yeah. Cross multiply and divide by 6. 24. Cool. Oh, look at part C. That one's tougher.
I got it.
Okay, let's give everyone a second. I'll call on Kindle. You have to distribute, and that's what most people forget to do. Let's do this first. 5 times 4.
20.
20. Equals, now we have to go this way. 2 times x plus 5. It's not 2x plus 5. It's 2x plus 10. Good. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 5 is 10. So this is the equation you need to solve. Subtract 10 from both sides and divide by 2. And you will get, Kendall, 5. 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we're going through the algebra quickly because this is not algebra class. All right. Two ratios form a proportion if they're equal. If they're equal, they form a proportion. So let's find out if these ratios are proportional. So all I want you to do is reduce each of these. Reduce it, reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. And see if they're equal or not. So you're doing 6 divided by 24. Math, enter, enter.
No.
You're reducing all of those. Make them as small as they can get. Shelby, what's 6 24ths? 1/4. What's 4 16ths? 1/4. So are those two fractions proportional? Does 1/4 equal 1/4? Yes! So the answer to A is yes. Torin, what's 2 9ths reduced?
Hold on.
Trick question. 2 9ths, yep. What's 3 10ths reduced? 3 10ths. Are those equivalent? Are those equal? No, so those are not proportional. Last one, John, what's 8 10ths reduced? 4/5. What's 4/5 reduced? 4/5. Are those equivalent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, Bob. They are proportional. Yes. Moving on. Last one. Look, we're at the bottom of your page. Yay! Last one. Given AB is 8, so you better label that picture. You better go to AB and you better put the number 8 on your picture. And BC is 12. State the following ratios. And when I say state the ratio, I always want the simplified version. Never, ever, ever leave a ratio unsimplified. It's like unfinished business. Matt is going to go write A up there. Jeanette's going to go write B up there. And Omar's going to go write C up there. Okay, so what's AB, Omar? 8. What's AC?
AC?
Mm-hmm. 20. So then you just go to your calculator and you do 8 divided by 20. Math, enter, enter. Thank you. Okay, so you only have to do 1 through 7. You do not have to do the back today. You have 6 minutes to do 7 problems, and you can totally do it. This is due at the bell. You can turn it in today if you're ready, or tomorrow if you need to, okay? Yes. I gave you 4 because I was used to passing out 4.
And this one, throw it away?
All the pad paper can be thrown away and the rulers can be put back where you found them. 1 through 7 is due at the bell. 1 through 7.